Hi everyone, now those clips were of course shot with the brand new Sandmarc 58mm 2x telephoto lens that Sandmarc has sent me to have a review of. Really stunning clips, but let's take a look at the real details of these clips to see exactly what we're getting in the images. Now of course when you're getting a telephoto lens, one of the main reasons you'd be buying it for is to get that bokeh effect, that blurred background on your subject. And with this lens it works really well, as you'd expect for a premium kind of lens. It's very sharp in terms of what's in the shallow depth of field, but it also creates a nice blurred effect in the background. And it didn't matter whether I was shooting bigger subjects like the snowmen or twigs and leaves, things like that. It was always going to give me a really nice bokeh effect no matter what I was shooting. So if you're looking for a lens that is going to give you that nice depth of field, this is a lens that I'd definitely be looking at. Now with that extra bokeh effect and depth of field you get with a Sandmarc telephoto lens, you can create really nice automatic or manual focus pulls like you're seeing in these clips. Now I used a 58mm telephoto lens in my last short film Anxiety Train, which you can check out now, and it really added a lot of production value and a lot more depth to what otherwise would have been quite a flat looking film and gave it a real impact. Having never used a Sandmarc accessory before, I was really excited to test out this new lens, and it didn't disappoint. In terms of vignetting, there's basically no vignetting in any of the images. You can see in these shots right now, if you look in the corners, there's no dark patches where the vignetting would take place, particularly in cheaper lenses. And whilst there were some areas that were darker because of the clouds, it's a very gloomy, grey, snowy, cold day, the vignetting was pretty much at zero. So really impressed from that point of view, no vignetting on this new lens. Now one of the most impressive things about this lens is this telephoto lens holds a real sharpness across the whole image. It's really clear, there's no softness in the sort of shallow depth of field areas that you're catching, and I have to say I'm really impressed from that point of view. The things that usually are the downfall of cheaper lenses is certainly not the case with this Sandmarc lens right here. And when you're filming subjects that are live like an actor or someone, because you're stepping further away you can actually get that same closer up shot with extra bokeh effect, and you're not going to distract your subject whilst keeping that sharpness as well. Now as you step up your smartphone filmmaking skills, you're going to want to start adding your lenses to a setup and adding that to a gimbal rig and all that kind of stuff. I'm now using the Design Smooth 5S, which holds about 300 grams of weight. The lens itself only weighs about 64-65 grams. Adding that to my iPhone 12 and the case, it adds up to about 265 grams, which leaves you with 35 grams to play with, which then means you can add an ND filter, a polarizer, something like that, with ease, and it won't give you any hassle on the gimbal. Now the DJI gimbal, I believe their weight's a bit less than that, so you might be 50-50 as to whether you'd want to add lenses and filters and all that kind of stuff. But with the Design Smooth 5S or 5, you could definitely use this lens and have a really nice smooth experience with the gimbal and getting really professional looking shots. Now this lens cost $129.99, so it is in a slightly higher price range of lenses, but it is a premium lens. It's very well built, very sturdy. The lens itself is quite chunky and heavy. The glass is extremely good quality, as you can see from the cleanliness of the images and how sharp they are. So you are getting a real quality lens for that price, and it definitely rivals money-wise Moments lenses. Now when Sandmarc sent me the telephoto lens, it arrived in a nice silk cloth bag. It came with the phone case as well, which has a thread screw on, so it's not a bayonet mount like you have with the Moment case. It's actually just a screw on, which feels very secure. And then you get the front cap for the lens and the back cap for the lens, which is really great because if you don't have that cloth bag with you, you'll still keep the dust from getting into your lens and muddying up your images. As you can tell guys, I am really impressed by this Sandmarc 58mm 2x telephoto lens. The quality of the build is second to none, the quality of the glass is amazing, the shots speak for themselves, and it's very easy to just screw onto the case and it feels very secure. Now if you want to have a look at this, I've got a link in the description below for you to check out more of the accessories and lenses. If you want to continue looking at different telephoto lenses, then I would suggest checking out this one on the Moment 58mm telephoto lens right here, right now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.